established Italian community in the UK, as there is for most European countries and many others besides. But an Italian parish priest working in the City of London is particularly concerned about some of his compatriots over here. There's a growing number of young Italians in Britain who are drug addicts, about 1,000 of them, and many of those end up in jail for drugs-related offences. Some are also HIV positive or have full-blown AIDS, so they're getting themselves into terrible difficulties. Father Carmelo is the story of a real compassionate man at work. At the cost of some criticism from members of his congregation, he's opened his church house to these Italians who so badly need help and support, and he also visits them regularly in prison, where, being young in a foreign country with language problems and usually without family over here, Father Carmelo represents a real lifeline.
To work with the poor means, first of all, that you are very unpopular, that you have to risk your life, your career, your prestige, your name, because you dirty your hands with the rejected people of the society. But this is the mission of the church. The priority, I would say, of the church is to announce the good news to the poor. La tua mamma?
Sta abbastanza bene. For me it's important to see Father Carmelo because he's a really good friend, he's like a brother, and as well he keep me in contact with my family in Italy, which is quite good for me, like I said. And he's a really good help, yes, that's for sure.
As parish priest of the Italian Church in Clerkenwell, London, Father Carmelo looks after all the Italian community. But his especial concern are the young Italian prisoners, drug addicts and those who are HIV positive, who he welcomes into his presbytery.
Lots of people do not agree with me in what I'm doing. But for me it's very, very important, because it's one side of this parish that he must be looked after more, because these people that are weaker than other people. So I put all my effort, all my strength, all my energy on it.
I think he's actually saved many lives, and one of the way he can do that is because he is able to make people trust in him, and he's also able to give people the possibility to see some light outside of the spiral of self-destruction that sometimes erring abuse can bring.
In the prison is another aspect very, very painful, because in the prison I can experience the bitterness, the resentment, the loneliness, the solitude, the anguish of many of these people.
Well, I first came to England because I had problem in Italy, problem in my family. And they were started to get involved with my problem with drugs. And I didn't want that, so just left.
Giancarlo used to steal and shoplift regularly in order to support his drugs habit. It was in prison on drugs-related offences that he first met Father Carmelo. With his help, Giancarlo is now off drugs, but he's still a regular visitor at the Italian church, along with many other young Italians.
I didn't like priests before I met Carmelo, to be honest. He wasn't really the person I like more in life. And I wasn't so sure about him. I didn't know if to talk with him, if you have to be honest with him. And then I realized that he was not there to judge me or to say something like that. So just try to talk with him, and it was being right.
The way of Father Carmelo is a priest, I think is a little bit unusual. He's like my best friend, I can talk about everything with him, and definitely I think he showed the way how the church should be. Sometimes it's more important to receive a few words of encouragement, just a phone call. Sometimes they used to send me a postcard just with a few words, just I'm all right, I hope you're still doing well. Very simple things, but they really give you a lot of support.
People with a drugs problem, I would say, people they have not been fortunate in their lives, they've not been very lucky, because I could be a junkie myself. Not because I'm not junkie is my merit, Because maybe never came to my mind to start taking drugs or injecting drugs. So I'm really, very lucky in a way. So we have lots of people coming here. They are most welcome. I mean, what I tried to achieve in the parish, because we have opened, not a club, but we have opened our house, the presbytery, where we live, to them, so that they may feel at home, that they may find joy, serenity, rest here. They can be at home. And I think the most important thing, that these people, they may feel beloved, been accepted, not rejected, not despised, like the scum of the society. But really, they can be accepted. And this is our mission, I think. And it's a privilege.
Father Carmelo in the City of London.